What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be continuing the series where I make a case for the greatest of all time, the GOAT. We started it off with Shawn Michaels, then we went Bret Hart, John Cena, and now today's video, if you see the title, is going to be about Jeff Hardy. A little bit of a curveball. I feel like some of you might have been expecting someone else here, but I feel like Jeff Hardy is still, even to this day, one of the most underrated performers in ring of all time. His accolades speak for themselves, but what he did for the culture is what I'll get to in a second. But I mean, he's a 3-time WWE champion, a 5-time Intercontinental champion. He's won the United States Championship. He's won the European Championship. He won the Hardcore 3 times. But of course, the main one for me is the 9-time Tag Team Champions. And that's when the belt really mattered. Really meant a lot because there were so many incredible tag teams. You know, when the Hardys were in their prime, the tag team wrestling was just, I mean, it almost rivaled the main event stuff. And that was very rare. He's a Triple Crown champion, a Grand Slam champion. And I think overall, Jeff Hardy has done so much for pro wrestling in the grassroots and the underground. There's so many people that respect Jeff Hardy in so many different cultures, whether it's rappers or people from the South or the North, it doesn't matter. There's a collective love for Jeff Hardy, and the reason why he can be made as for the GOAT is because what he did, he helped change professional wrestling. The TLC matches and the what he was doing, the high spots that he was doing, the swanton bombs, these crazy moves, the face paint, the fishnet appearance for his attire. Everything he did was different, and it was very expressive. And I think that's why the youth, who is now in their late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, they all respect Jeff Hardy because he was different and he was himself. And I think there's a lot of wrestlers who wish they were like that. So just from the swagger that he had alone and what he did, I mean, him and Matt changed, you know, obviously along with guys like Edge and Christian and so many others. They, you know, helped change that tag team division. It was stale. I mean, there was a time where it was the Godwins were the best tag team for a bit there in the mid 90s. And another thing is his longevity. You know, I mean, his debut when he was 16, which I don't even think is legal. When he debuted, it was a match against Razor Ramon, and it was 1994, May 23rd, 94. So almost 30 years ago, and he's still doing it. To me, that's insanely impressive. So people say, "Oh, you know, he has a issue with addiction and drinking, and his body isn't what it used to be." Well, yeah, because he's been doing it for 30 years. That takes a toll. All the travel, everything that he's done at such a young age. But I mean, look, he helped put WWE back on the map. He really put TNA on the map. He's done so much for wrestling. He's done so much for. I mean, you hear so many Hardy references in songs, music, no matter what it is. His pop culture. You know, he's a pop culture icon. His old merchandise sells for an unbelievable amount of money. He next to Cena and, you know, maybe Roman at this point. I think Jeff Hardy might have the most action figures ever produced. You know, I'd be guessing at that, but I would think it has to be up there. And they're all cool. The face paint is incredible. I believe he does all of the face paint himself. He's just a different breed. He is a true thoroughbred wrestler. When it comes to, you know, this entertainment thing, he is the best at it, and I think he deserves his flowers. I know there's some people that say he's overrated. I think that's ridiculous. You know, if you make the case for Matt to be more overrated than Jeff, maybe that's the case. I do love both of them, but I do believe Jeff is in a league of his own when it comes to charisma and just his in-ring work. I mean, he's so smooth. You know, him and Eddie Guerrero are probably my 2 favorite all-time high spot, high fly guys. I think Eddie's frog splash was probably the greatest thing ever. Macho's elbow is right up there, but, you know, Jeff Hardy, what he did off the top rope or off the top of a damn near a building, scaffolding, whatever it was, he always made it look perfect, flawless, effortless. Whether it was coming off of a 20-foot ladder onto a table, he wasn't wincing, he wasn't changing what he did. He always made it look the same, which is so hard to do. There's not many people that have been able to do something like that and replicate it for so long. And so, you know what? If I have to make the case for him being the GOAT, then I can right now. He is the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time, Jeff Hardy. Like, subscribe. Appreciate you being here, everybody. Talk to you soon. Leave a comment who you think is the greatest of all time, and I'll make a video about it. Peace. Shout out to Pete. He's one of the best ever. He's the GOAT of this channel. He deserves respect. Bye, everybody.